Greetings fellow members of the Esoteric Order of Gamers. I'm going to do a bit more unboxing of Okko Chronicles today. Now you might remember I've already done an unboxing of Okko Chronicles, but that was for the Samurai pledge of the first Kickstarter campaign that they did. That's Red Joker, of course, as the publisher. So I got that pledge and got some items from the Okko Chronicles game, the core set and a few expansions, and I really like it. I've already painted up the figures from the base set. I've played the game once and really enjoyed it. Thought it was great, so I got in contact with the Red Joker and asked them if they wouldn't mind sending me the bits that I missed out on so I can show them to you, because I think it's a really good looking and fun game. So let's check out these extra bits that I've got from the Red Joker, and it's important for me to point out that there is a Kickstarter running right now. It's just got a couple of days to go, and in that Kickstarter you can get the original material from the first Kickstarter campaign, and you can also get some extra stuff. There's some more expansions, a solo mode, a co-op mode, stuff like that. Hopefully I'll be showing all that to you in the future as well. Anyway, let's have a look at this stuff. First we've got an art book. You will know, of course, that Okko is based on a character by Hub, who is a French artist, and all the artwork is done by Hub. And you can see here some lovely stuff on the development of the game. Oh, look, there's terrain tiles and the artwork throughout the game. Very nice looking book. That looks great. So really nice to see some more of that lovely art. Look at that. Very good artist indeed, and this game is absolutely full of that Hub artwork. We've got some extra dice, little dice packs, so you've got some extra dice to play with. Here we've got Legends of Pajan. This is a sort of campaign thing, so we've got an experience system which allows heroes to grow and develop between the scenarios of a campaign. And new fortune cards add twists to an adventure, subtly altering the course of a scenario. That sounds interesting. Looking forward to that. Now, you'll be happy to know, of course, that I've done a rule summary and reference for Okko Chronicles. The first version is now available on my website, and of course I'll be updating that website as more info comes in, then the FAQ changes, stuff like that. So you'll get a really good comprehensive set of rules, all summarised on just a couple of sheets. So I've got a little counter sheet in there, a few counters. This looks like a reference card and a deck of cards here. One thing that I'm impressed about with this game is the quality of the graphic design throughout, and the components. It's all really good quality. As you can see, lots of that great Hub artwork. So heaps of cards, action cards, all of that. So be interesting to check that out. A little experience point system. That should be fun. Now I've got two expansions here, and we've got the House of Jade Pleasures and Dens of the Pentagolan. Now this looks interesting because I've heard of this creature before, the Pentagolan. Now I looked this up on Wikipedia because I thought, I know that creature. It's actually Penanggalan, and it's a creature from Malaysian folklore, which is this horrible head that detaches itself from a woman's body and flies around at night with its intestines hanging out. What a charming thing! There's some fantastic Japanese folkloric creatures that do all kinds of weird things, but I'm curious why this creature, which is actually Malaysian, has found itself into this Japanese medieval world. But anyway, there you go. It's an interesting creature, and I guess in the comics they just decided to use it. So let's have a look inside. There you go. Isn't that charming? So what do we have? Here's our rule book. Slightly not safe for work if you're into categorizing things like that. And here's our scenario book. And the great thing about this game, of course, is that there are so many scenarios available, so lots of variety in the play. This looks like some new tiles. This is pop-out tiles, so they're pieces, corridors. All the artwork on the tiles are really good throughout this system as well. A couple more tiles. These look like creepy underground dungeony kind of areas. Another good thing about this game is the movement system. You actually move from area to area, and then when you move into an area, your piece can be on any one of these spaced dots. So you can actually move your pieces around so they all fit in an area. You're not restricted by moving from dot to dot, which I quite like. Some tokens. There we go. Got some cards. That's a follower card. Some more clue cards. You can mix and match the clue cards and event cards as you do different campaigns, just to add more variety to the campaign. Some more equipment cards. Reference cards, special rules, and some more figures. So we've got 5 of these things, which are Garky ogres. Ugh. Pretty large and pretty horrible. And here's the Pentagolan, which is our greater demon for this campaign. And you can see the head and its interior bits lifting off from the body. Ugh. It's deeply unpleasant. Very creepy. So next we've got this other expansion, which is the House of Jade Pleasures. Let's have a look in here. Here's our scenario book. More bums. For some strange reason, but you know how French comic book artists are. Any excuse to throw in a bit of flesh. Oh dear, I remember how shocked I was when I saw heavy metal magazines when I was young, and all the sexual shenanigans that were going on along with the sci-fi and fantasy. It was all very confronting for a young kid. Here's some tokens. More of these lovely tiles. There we go. Really nice. And of course, the usual stuff. We've got cards for our opponents. We've got equipment cards. These little cards. Now, these little cards are part of a thing you do for the victory point scoring, where you add up a whole scroll of these different size cards, and they give different victory points to either side, the bad guys and the good guys. Looks like we have some more characters here, which is good. Anko Kaori. These again go with the scroll scoring system. Hiroji, Lieutenant. Yes, we've got those minions. These are new minions that are in this set. They look great. There you go. So let's have a look at these new miniatures. So we have 5 of these minion figures, which are the Kunoichi. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but there you go. 5 of those. And here's our new character, a lovely figure. As you can see, really high quality miniatures, and they're fun to paint up. I've done the core set. I have to get to work on these. There you go, folks. A look at some of the rest of the stuff from Okko Chronicles. If you got the full Dymo pledge from the first campaign, you would have got all the stuff I showed you before, plus this stuff. And of course, the new Kickstarter is almost over, so go check it out if you like the look of this game, because you can get all of this stuff again, plus new stuff as well, which I hope to show you in the future. Really nice game. If you like dungeon crawlers with a lot of theme, this is great. It's also got a lot of decision making, because you can buff up your characters during the game, do a bit of investigation until you eventually confront the greater demon. And as you can see, there are heaps and heaps of expansions. So recommend this one, check it out, and I'll see you next time. Okko Chronicles. That's the Order of Gamers, orderofgamers.com. Check out the website. Of course, there are rules summaries for this game and hundreds more available at the website. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and of course, Patreon. See you next time. Bye for now.